Hey guys, Deslater Magic here. Really big news story. I mean, this is significant because it's a huge black eye for Wizards. They have massively screwed up again, but it doesn't affect most of you, and technically it's not that big of a deal, but it also kind of is. So at about 1:30 in the morning, somebody on Reddit leaked a link and a post on Facebook by Wizards, which I'll throw up on the screen now. I clicked the link and I can't get it to resolve, and I'm getting a lot of similar results from other people, but I'm also hearing rumors that it's a region-locked post, which I had no idea you could do that on Facebook. Who knows? I don't have like a hop around to a specific location VPN, so I can't verify this, but I feel if this link never worked in the first place, Reddit wouldn't have let them post it. I don't know, whatever. Let's just go under the assumption that this is real. So it says, okay, this screenshot, as you can see, was posted 3 hours ago, so that means that Wizards posted this at like 10:30, 11:30 at night, somewhere in that neighborhood, on a Sunday. So probably Monday morning in the areas that these affected, I guess. Kind of adds to the realism. Also, this just has a vibe of being real. Although the one thing is, why the hell is this in English then? But who knows? So, attention! Guilds of Ravnica pre-release announcement with 2 bells. Not 1 bell, 2 bells, people. We are on a 2-bell level of alert here. So, when you attend your pre-release at your local gaming store, you might notice that your pre-release pack is not cello wrapped. Oh, pardon me, that says cello. They should have put cellophane, which I'm not even sure has 2 L's. Anyway, that's the outer wrapping that, like, you know, it's the factory wrapping. It means nobody screwed with this. Like, nobody has rigged this, searched it, nothing. Very important to have the cellophane on. So Wizards of the Coast is committed to players having the best quality play experiences with our product. Not products, plural, product. Okay, that I'll assume was a typo. A component that didn't meet that objective made it into pre-release kits in your region and was removed. So note that very specific language, okay? Unless this was translated, we don't know that it wasn't. There's very little information. This literally just happened. Something was not replaced that was defective. Something was removed. So what, does nobody get promos? Is it a booster short? What's going on? Do you not get the spin down? We know a happy Magic player is an informed Magic player. Okay, clearly you do not know that because you're tight-lipped and brush everything under the rug and cover up everything and don't comment on anything ever, pretty much. So you may claim to know that, but you sure as hell don't act on it. But in this case, hey, inside your kit, you should find 5 Guilds of Ravnica boosters, 1 seeded guild-specific booster, which I had no idea they were doing that. That's interesting. That'll ruin the pre-release. Containing cards from the Guilds of Ravnica set, 1 date-stamped promo card, 1 guild-stamped spin-down, and a guild-themed instructional insert. So instead of saying what they removed, they say what you get, and then you have to determine what they removed. It's like a puzzle. It's like a quiz. What the hell is wrong with you, Wizards? I mean, really? Here's the thing. If you were to read that and you're like, oh, a guild-stamped spin-down, and then one of the 6 boosters is guild-specific and contains cards from that guild, maybe the spin-down didn't match the guild. Do you think they would rip them open and ship them unsealed just because the spin-downs didn't match up? Hell no. Do you know how severe it has to be for them to be like, let's just fix this. This is an emergency. It's bad enough that, boys, we gotta get out the knives, cut them open, and fix this immediately. It would have to be a virtually unusable product that's just fundamentally broken and would cause them to not even be able to hold the pre-release. That's my opinion. What else would make them take this drastic of a step? And then you might be asking yourself, well, why the hell couldn't they reseal them? They absolutely could have very quickly and easily. If they were already in a warehouse and they made the warehouse staff open them up and do something to fix them, whatever it was, that would be one reason. Or if it's just purely time constraints. They just were like, oh crap, these are supposed to go out today, but I happen to know they don't cut it that close. Why would they? Although international, I have no idea. And I think all of these are printed in one particular facility, because I think there's like 4 print facilities worldwide. I don't know. There's a lot of details I don't know about this foreign stuff. So they do say, happy Guilds of Ravnica pre-release. Please note this applies, or the above applies to SG, IN, and PH regions only. So obviously, South Georgia, Indiana, and Puerto Rico. Oh, that's right, it's Spanish. The H is silent. Just kidding. Nobody knows what the hell this is for sure, but it's almost definitely Singapore, Indonesia, and the Philippines, because I think those are kind of geographically close to each other. It could be India, but they don't print the cards in the Indian language, I'm very sure. I think the game basically doesn't even exist there, so that's oddly specific, and I don't think that those three share a language either. So it's not like, hey guys, recall all the Japanese packs, or recall all the ones that are printed in this one language. I don't think that would be the case. So I'm kind of narrowing it down, but to get back to what the hell was wrong with these in the first place that made them have to do this? It has to be drastic, because if you're not getting it, I mean, if they're not cellophane wrapped, there's immoral, sketchy, crooked stores out there. Okay, they're gonna lie and cheat and steal prizes and just, they do that. Okay, whatever. But then there's like, this is almost entrapment, where they're just like, here, have an entire shipment of pre-release packs. Don't pop the lid open and peek and see if it's a $50 stamped promo mythic though. I mean, it's on the honor system now. That's like leaving a $20 bill out in a shopping mall with a sticky note that says, do not steal. Somebody's gonna steal it, okay? And they're probably not a career thief. It was just an opportunistic thing, because they're broke, because LGSs are broke, because Wizards is trying to kill LGSs. Amonkhet and Ixalan sold so poorly, I guarantee they lost money on it, and the last two Masters sets didn't sell all that well either because of their low value. So stores are doing poorly, and then you send them this potential gold mine where they could real quick skim it and make a couple of them disappear if they got good cards in them, and they're just not supposed to. This is bad. They know how bad this is. And then the customer confidence, the actual player confidence is down the toilet. Every time one of them opens one that's not sealed, and then they get a crappy promo, they're like, I bet they searched them and they're all crappy. You know what I mean? So this is really bad. So considering how bad it would be to open them up as an emergency and then not even have the time to reseal them, what did they screw up? Well, from the second paragraph, I'd like to solve the puzzle. The one item missing from that, because honestly, doesn't it sound like a complete kit? It's not. They've added an item. It's supposed to have a code card where you can plug in the code online in Arena, and it'll let you enter an Arena online pre-release event for free. So I guess the code card had a flaw with it. It was the wrong code. It wouldn't have worked. It was printed wrong. The instructions were wrong. The URL was wrong. And then they said, okay, pull it instead of just send a note along or send a WPN notification email out to all the places and say, FYI, the code doesn't work. And they said it's going to be a non-unique code anyway. Send the real code to the LGS and just tell them to only give it out to people at the event. Which, like I said, if it's a non-unique code, it's going to be leaked on the internet in precisely 1 second. Or here's a thought, if you have the correct code cards, send out the wrong ones, and then with the pre-release kits, have the LGS hand out corrected code cards. You know, just express mail them all a little pamphlet, a little envelope full of the corrected code cards. And then, you know, don't unseal the product. Like, just leave the wrong code card in there. What if it was a malicious URL? Like they said, oh, go to whatever arena.com, okay, to download MTG Arena. They made a typo or a purposeful mistake. Remember, this could have been malicious sabotage too. Don't rule that out. And it actually leads to like a site that downloads, like, or attempts to download malware, reroutes to a scam site, you know, tech support scam, whatever. I mean, if it just was URL that didn't resolve, the first thing somebody would do is Google it and find it anyway. You just do MTG Arena download, you'd find it. Now, there's another theory that these regions weren't supposed to get the code card in the first place, so if they remove the code cards, it's because it would actually be false advertising. That would actually be, like, illegal to say in the product, hey, you're entitled to a free whatever online because you bought this, and then it's locked out of those regions. They could actually get in like deep trouble in those countries for that. That would be to the level of get out the knife and unseal them. We need to fix this now. As far as I can tell, that is the prevailing theory, but what if somebody had an axe to grind against Wizards? I can't imagine why anybody would dislike Wizards, especially their own employees and contractors. So somebody, you know, included a picture of Hitler on the back of the guide or something. Or just, you know, big old strip of paper or something that says, Wizards hates their customers, screw you, I quit. That would probably be worth opening them and removing, I would think. But the rumor online, which I've yet to hear any actual hard evidence of this, is just floating around. Maybe somebody made it up, maybe somebody who's in the know leaked it, and we'll see. It's basically the false advertising thing, where those regions, and it makes sense, I mean, Singapore, Indonesia, and the Philippines, they're not exactly the largest countries. So I think they didn't roll out Arena. It's not localized in those languages yet, maybe. I don't know. Either way, it would have contained a code card that says, go online and do this, you get this for free, and it would have been absolutely false. They would have said, sorry, this is not available in your country. That being potentially illegal, at least it would be in America, it would be at least lawsuit worthy, bare minimum. And, scaling on down to it would just really make them look bad and really piss off the customers. And it would cause like thousands of emails to support saying, your code card says I can redeem it, but I can't. And it would be 3 different foreign language supports, which are third-party contracted companies in all likelihood. So that would cost a lot. So if I had to pick one, I think that's what went wrong here. But at the end of the day, it's a really bad experience for anybody going to a pre-release in those 3 locations because you don't know. You have no way of knowing that your LGS did not screw with them in some way. I mean, other than if they got exactly like 40, you see 40 people there, you counted them, and there's none missing, which means that the LGS did not keep some of them. Because remember, if they're going to steal the promo card, it's in a special sleeve, it would be gone and somebody wouldn't get one. And also, if you look around and people are like, whoa, my promo is this, oh, it's worth so much money, then you could probably be pretty confident that the store didn't steal it because they would have. But still, for players in these regions, it's got to be in the back of their minds, I wonder if they went through these. I really do. So if you're just thinking this was, it was an ink smudge, it was a drastic misprint, it was this or that, when have they ever given a crap? I mean, at the last 3 pre-releases, we've had people get no spin downs, 2 spin down dice, no promo, 2 promos. One of them was me, by the way. I opened one that had no promo in it, and then when I was like, hey, mine doesn't have a promo in it, they always give you some look like, oh, I'm so sure it's not in your pocket and you're lying. Yeah, I mean, they know me, they know better than that, but once again, it would be in the back of their head. I wonder if he just pocketed it. We're not going to strip search him. And then I get to know that they're thinking that about me. So thanks, Wizards. Thanks for giving me a defective freaking pack, which if it was the last one and they didn't have enough to go around because they were all spoken for, I would have gotten to play with 1 less rare mythic than everybody else, which I'm sure wouldn't have affected the gameplay at all. So being aware of something even that drastic, because like I said, the last 3 set releases, this has been a problem at least my store, and from what I've heard, hundreds of other stores. People getting ones missing something, too many, not enough, whatever. Just, whoops, we didn't put what we said in the box. Oopsies. And they knew about it and they didn't care. I'm sure they called up the contractor and they're like, can you just put the right amount of product in the damn box? We're getting some complaints. They're like, yeah, we'll fix it. And then they just didn't. So if Wizards is aware of something to that degree, they aren't going to cut them all open and verify them, especially this late. So I don't think it would be something on that level. It would have to be way worse. So yeah, makes Wizards look like a bunch of incompetent idiots again, or at the bare minimum, they're packaging and printing contractors. At least they're not covering it up, and at least it doesn't affect me in America here, but I know my viewers are from everywhere, so sucks to be you if you live in one of those 3 regions. So just add this to the list of things that Wizards screwed up lately because they're cutting costs and, trying to cut corners, and this is the result. Oops, somebody didn't check their work, and now they get to do this. Hey, Wizards, maybe you should hire people who put in some bare minimum amount of effort in their job. I mean, because this is a pattern. Remember all the typos on the cards? I mean, there's 3 that I can think of recently. The Monarch token, that Slither thing, whatever, with the incorrect wording in the flavor text. And then now there's whatever the most recent one was. I forgot. There's so damn many of them, I can't even keep them straight. It really gives the impression month after month after month after month that nobody at Wizards gives a crap about their job. There's no quality standards, and then oops, we had to ban 9 cards from standard. Whoopsies. R&D sucks at their job, quality assurance sucks at their job, the printers suck at their jobs. Everybody at Wizards doesn't know how to do their job. That's what I'm getting from this mistake after mistake after mistake, and this is just the cherry on top, the crap sundae. So it is what it is, whatever. They can make themselves look as bad as they want. Maybe I've got a suggestion, Wizards. Spend less time on Tumblr and on Twitter bitching at white males, and spend more time on making your product actually good and preventing stuff like this. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next disaster, which I'm fairly certain is what I said last video. I didn't think that it would literally be 2 hours later.